boys and girls. I'm Miss Payne, and today we're going to be talking about social studies, and it also correlates with the Twin Club, the story that we're doing in reading. This is our outcome for today. I can identify the difference between urban and rural areas. Urban and rural are words that you probably may have heard before, but may not understand the true meaning. And as we get down and read, we have a book to read today, and then we'll go back over and learn the difference in the word rural and urban, and it's going to be very clear to you after that. And today I'm going to read the book, The Country and the City. The country has fields. Now I highlighted the word country, and down below it I wrote rural, because a rural area has lots of open land and maybe dirt roads, not a lot of buildings. The city has parks, so I highlighted city and I put urban. The country has barns. Underneath country, I put rural. And in your mind, you're probably thinking of places that you know and are already coming up with the concept of the difference in urban and rural. The city has buildings. Again, urban. City, urban. The country has tractors, and that's what we know a lot of. And under country, I wrote the word rural. You see this all the time in where we live in Hale County. The city has cars, and under city, I put urban. Now, they don't just have cars, but look at all the cars. Maybe it looks like the pickup line coming to school, but not normally what we see, because you see all the lanes and how far it's backed up. Okay? Now, look right here with me, and let's think of the book and the pictures, and let's look at urban and rural. Let's talk about rural first. If you look at the picture of the house, and you look at the picture of the barn and the lake and the field, do you see lots of houses? No. Do we see a lot of land surrounding it? We do. So up here in a rural area, most people live in houses. Lots of wooded and open fields. Most people drive cars. Okay? Over here, urban. If you look at the pictures, they're extremely different than these pictures. One way that they're different is you don't see any land in any of these. No trees, no fields, no grass, because they are so populated, so many people in such a small space, that their life is completely different than ours. So most people live in high-rise apartments. You may live in an apartment, but look at how tall some of these are. Very little grassy areas for play. Urban cities have parks for play. So you see there is nowhere for children to play or people to walk and enjoy nature, but urban cities do have very large, nice parks for children to go do those activities, and adults. Most people don't have yards. If you look at this, you don't see any grass. So they go to the park to enjoy the grassy areas. Lots of people in urban areas use cabs. If there's a cab right there. Because if you look, there's nowhere to park. So if everybody has a car, it creates lots of issues like we saw in the book with the traffic backed up. And it's much cheaper for them to use cabs as well. And they have lots of parking decks. Lots of parking decks for the cars, because there's no land to just go park in a parking lot. If they have a parking deck, it's several levels up. So we're going to be focusing on urban and rural a little later on today.